Well, good morning. We're finally here, and it's technical issue day. And I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you all.
We do. And we don't appreciate the technical difficulties, but sometimes there are just ghosts in the machine.
Yeah, well, it's amazing when you have your thing hooked up to the thing that attaches to everything, and then you're ready to go for the show, ready to go, and then it just decides to die.
Yeah, I don't like torque anymore.
Yep, so we'll just get moving. I want to make sure one last setting's correct here on the audio. Yep, we're good. All right, so
you want lots of stuff over.
You want to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
All right, well, because we're talking about today's numbers, right?
Today's numbers. County. This is Stanislaus County up to date today. From the first of the year. 29. So 2,912 transactions.
And we're in the second week of November. So it's 11 and a half divided by 11.
10 and a half.
10, yep, you are correct.
Yeah, I did that once.
So it's like 280 without even doing anything. It's
exactly.
10 and a half.
Yeah. So we're keeping it on pace for most of the year. Actually, we ticked up after about March by about 20, but it's kind of holding pace at 280. 332, the pendings are kind of hanging around the same number. They fluctuate between 332 and 347. And it seems like bi-weekly.
Right.
But listings are up a little bit. They were in the 5s, I think, the last time we reported, and now they are in the 6s. That could mean two things. Hey, you realtors out there are taking your listings too high because they should be sold.
I mean, they should be pending.
They should be pending in anywhere from 3 to 7 days if you were priced correctly, with a bid over asking price and multiple offers on the property. How cool is that?
You sound like a broken record.
I do, don't I?
And multiple brokers. It's going backwards. You know how they used to say with the records, if you spin them backwards, they have the demonic sounds and
stuff. That was the Beatles, I think, on the White Album, right?
That was all of the albums. AC/DC supposedly had it.
Yeah.
Well, it just sounded that way.
That sounds Latin.
All right.
So that's the facts, Jack. We're just kind of hanging out.
Okay.
How about that? You got a bunch of stuff over here.
I just got a few things because we had CPI come out today, Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation at the consumer level. That means what we pay for stuff.
Yeah.
And it was increased by 0.2% month over month, and increased 0.2 to 2.6% year over year, which was in line with the expected. The core CPI rate, which takes out all the expensive stuff, food, energy prices, rents, everything else, it will increase by 0.3 for October and remain flat at 3.3% year over year, agreeing with the estimates.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some agreements going on.
Yeah. Mortgage Bankers Association released their mortgage application data for last week, and that was 11.8, showing the overall application volume increased by 0.5%, not even a percent. Applications to purchase a home were up 2% for the week and up 1% year over year.
Wow.
Refinances decreased 2% from the previous week and were 43% higher than a year over year. Remember when we were 190%?
Oh, yeah.
Like last in
22
September.
September of 23.
This year. No, September of this year. And
we were. Oh yeah, we were.
Yes, we're almost 200% higher on refinances. Yeah,
the election took a lot of stuff out.
Now the actual increases, when the Fed lowered and then the rates went up by 0.75 of a point, kind of slowed that. And then now we're slowly coming back down. It was ugly day yesterday. Alert to lock. Today with the numbers that came out, what are we at? We're up 18 basis points, and the 10-year is at 4.40. I remember when that was at 3.65.
Me too.
I remember when that was at like 2, also a long time ago.
I kind of remember a 3.47.
And by the way, I forgot to say happy anniversary yesterday. Week anniversary of Trump winning.
Oh.
A lot of people some people are making some people wrote some stuff on LinkedIn and the one person. So if I didn't vote the same way as you, do you think I'm at this? And it's like, no one's saying that. They're just saying, hey,
no, they are.
We want it. Yeah, well, they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody else.
So tomorrow we have two things: initial jobless claims, like every Thursday, and PPI, which is a producer price index, which is what producers, their inflation that has coming.
Yeah, and it's also what an Irishman says after he's been at the bar for a while.
Yeah, well, you just rent this stuff.
Yeah, PPI. I love the taste of it, and I just want to run it past my kidneys first. Hey,
Dude, there's some people getting put in this government that's going to be amazing.
I know. I'm watching the appointments. It's a little bit better than the last 4-year.
Pete Hegswich or whatever his name is. Yeah, that is going to be the defense secretary.
Yep.
Watch out, you woke, because he does not like that. He got denied helping out in Washington when they needed the National Guard because of a tattoo he had on his arm. Had nothing to do with it. Was just his background and everything. And
he could probably wear a sleeve over if it really
didn't matter.
Really
it was
offensive.
Covered, but they still this administration doesn't want you here.
Yeah. Well, guess what else? San Francisco is going to lose 14,000 parking spaces.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
No, I did not know
that.
You
know what? They've got a walk by daylight czar who says this will create better line of sight to the pedestrian from the vehicle and the pedestrian to the vehicle.
You mean
so they won't get hit by cars anymore. Again, decreasing San Francisco's responsibility for taking care of indigent people who walk out in traffic. California already passed, the right to walk law last year that says, if it's reasonably safe, you can cross the street, but only if there's a chicken on the other side. So I don't know what just happened, but that's kind of crazy.
Are you moving? You're not moving.
I'm not moving.
Yeah. What happened to your internet over there, sir?
It looks like it's down to one little blip.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Everything's falling apart today in the studio.
Well,
you're coming back.
Are.
You're slowly coming back.
I also have to say,
it's pretty sad when you're in the same room as me and you have internet issues.
Yeah, my internet's worse than yours. It's probably because the Earth is still spinning.
Oh,
thank God.
We'll reboot you over there
real quick before we go away, because we have just a minute or so. There was a transaction that we successfully closed last Friday that looked like it was going to fail by the skin of its tiny little teeth. Point for brothers and sisters that kind of get along but don't really get along, because
really a trust sale when you're getting rid of a property and someone's still living in it.
Yeah, exactly. If you feel like that person, that sibling of yours, is going to participate, but she has a batshit crazy boyfriend who's probably bipolar, who wanted us to evict him. Start your eviction process early. We were up against a time frame at which the reverse mortgage was going to probably start foreclosure proceedings. We were able to close in time. We made we caught him on a calm day, put it that way, and we were able to close. It was hit and miss there for a while.
Yeah, that's too bad. Well, bottom line of the story is
file eviction,
kick everybody out.
Yeah, even though it's family and you want to trust them, you can't trust them. You have to do the eviction process, even though they were not really tenants.
Well, they're living in the property rent free. Right. Those are the people you kick out, because the reason they're living there for rent free is because they're not really trying to do anything.
Yeah, and you know what? I had to do that with my sister. I know I sound like an ogre. Nope, but she was living there absolutely rent free during my dad's tenure on Earth, and then after he passed on to the other side, she was still living there rent free, and she said, I'm staying as long as I possibly can.
Well, that's until close of escrow. So get out. By the way, the positive news, Trump's going to do, mass deport. So I don't know if you saw this. So deportation is what he's talking about, but the media is saying mass deportation to make it so bad.
Yeah.
Real Estate Jerky, stay out. This is a wrong one. The big issue is going with the so when you leave, though, we can go back to Mexico. The positive thing is the new president of Mexico has now offered 0 interest mortgages. So nice. Now you can own a house when you go back at 0 interest mortgages. So it's not a bad thing to get deportated back to Mexico.
Deportated.
All right, everybody, make it a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. And again, sorry if we were our lateness today,
but we finished.
That's right. Everybody, make it a great day, and we'll be here tomorrow.
Peace out, brothers.
Bye.
Bye.